Funny.
Let's go. What? There's none in the middle, but they're on the outside. Oh my god, they're on the outside.
They're on the
dude.
outside.
Look at the wood line for Stark. Oh god.
Oh man. These guys are gonna hate me. They're never gonna want to play in a T90 series again. Okay, guys, welcome to game 2 of T90 series number 7, a no wall mod event. He's taking the food from
He's taking the Jaguar. He's watched it before. Let's go.
Oh man. Okay. So guys, real quick, the Jaguars were supposed to be in the middle. They were not supposed to be around the players' bases, but there are Jaguars everywhere. And
he doesn't realize he could take the food. He didn't. That wasn't intentional.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional either. No, Fire's like, food?
Now Stark's bringing more.
This is so good. Okay, so what we wanted to have more time to talk about this, but for some reason on this map, the Jaguars actually have food, and you can collect quite a bit of food from them as well, and really fast.
Really fast.
So this is actually an OP strategy, and Fire's luring in Jaguars now. This is actually amazing. This is actually amazing. This is not how it was supposed to happen, but I'm not going to complain about it. So let's see how fast they collect food from this. Alright, so this guy just sent food to the TC.
It's faster than a boar.
Yep,
it's faster than Mongol
be
boars.
Yeah, this is incredibly fast. So do we really have to talk about who has the biggest advantage due to the amount of Jaguars next to the base now?
Near their base.
Like, Fire obviously has the biggest advantage because he has 15 Jaguars spawned, not 14.
Like, look at the food count for Stark already, and he's got 3 villagers queued up at minute like 3. He's at almost 200. He's at 200 food.
Dude, and look what Fire's bringing into his TC. 5 more. This is amazing.
5?
6. 6 more.
He's got to be careful not to lose vills here, man. He got loomed.
He did get loomed.
He's a smart cookie. He got loomed.
Absolutely hilarious. Now he needs to continue to garrison this spear, like once it gets weak, and fight with the vills. Don't shoot it with the TC!
No, you can't! No, man! Don't shoot it with the TC! You can't take the food! No! Big mistake!
This is so good! This is so good!
The sheer amount of micro that is needed to do this, and like keep your villager production up, and like still do a build order if you can do that, is crazy. And it's really gonna give them like it's giving them a jump start to their economies like really quickly.
Yeah, and you know it's Goths as well. You can go for a very fast Jaguar man-at-arms rush here. Unfortunately, there's no Jaguars in between the players. But dude, you're right. Stark is only halfway to completing his first boar and has the second one, and he has so many resources. I think
he's bringing he's bringing the second boar, but also bringing more food. Well, nice. Yeah. Oh, but it went back.
And then he just shot it with the TC as well. That's the thing, guys. You can't shoot it with the TC. Unfortunately for him, the boar is gone back there. But as Fire now brings another Jaguar and the boar, and he's going to finish it off with his fills this time to get the food. This is a Goths war on Jaguar's Den. And with no wall mods, the drush / man-at-arms rush, which you could see from the Goths, can be quite effective here. And I think that's what Fire will be going for, at least, as he's sending a vill out here to build a barracks. Wow, what a start.
Goths added such an interesting dimension to this, too, because you can bring the boars in and micro Jags at the same time, because the boars die so fast for the Goths. So, like, if you were any other Civ, and you have 5 Jaguars under your TC, and a boar coming in...
That's bad.
That's just, like, rip. That's just... I don't care how good you are.
Well done to the chat. Well done to the chat for choosing Goths and for choosing Jaguars, then. Perfect match.
So, Stark is at 21 pop. Probably gonna... Yeah, he's getting Loom now, so he's just gonna go into Man-at-Arms, I guess. He could do a lot of Man-at-Arms with the amount of food that he's brought in.
Yeah. He still has a boar there. So, no shortage of food indeed. Also, He has more Jaguars next to the deer if he wants to collect food
He's
from
also
them.
luring Jaguars with his spear into Fire's base at the moment.
Oh.
Let's go.
This is the intention. This is what the map was supposed to be about. Now that both players know about the food aspect...
Where's he going?
Will his helper hurt
No!
Fire? So Fire can see the dead body there. I would really love to see Fire notice that and lure in the Jaguars for more food. That would be so sick. Someone said that Magyars would be OP on this map. They really would. They kill the Jags in one hit. So man-at-arms for both players, and despite the weird start... Oh, actually, you know what? Fire's not going man-at-arms. I lied. But despite the weird start, both players are up to the feudal age at the exact same time, pretty much.
What's Fire's plan here? Is he gonna go scouts? Because he has tons of food, but you're Goths, like the man-at-arms you get the extra little... I don't know.
Well,
weird.
you can house wall now, which is really nice. Before, we couldn't see that. I wouldn't be surprised if he builds an archer range. He's not going to gold, though, right?
Yeah, he's not going to gold.
He's going scouts.
That's the problem.
Wow. Okay.
He figures he has a lot of food kicking around, right?
Dude.
Still hasn't seen those Jaguars either, but look at Stark luring them in. They're not attacking! What is going on?
Stark's trying
He's
to
gonna
hit
do it individually! Not sure it's worth it. Don't bring him to the TC either.
He just researched man-at-arms, and now he's used that man-at-arms to take the Jaguars close to... That's actually helping Fire right there in a big way. The Fire can just take the food from that. That's hilarious.
So now we see Fire's doing what we've seen previously on Jaguar Dem, which is you can wall quite effectively.
Yep. And he's collecting the food, and he's gonna just
Don't shoot them with the arrows, god damn it.
Well, in come the man-at-arms now. He doesn't have a lot of military out at the moment. He only has 2 scouts. His main scout is not in the fight. He could house wall towards the TC, though, to keep the man-at-arms away if he wanted to, or just fight with villagers. But I don't like the fighting with villagers. Oh, I love it if he's that close to the TC. Nice job.
I didn't think that was in range.
I didn't
that
think
was
so
surprising. But look at... Stark has produced 7 man-at-arms now. He's lost 2 of them, and there's 2 in Fire's base, and there's 3 at his own base defending. 8 man-at-arms. And he's got 2 spearmen queued up as well.
You remember where Fire went for the deer? Sorry, Stark went for the deer? There was
a couple Jags there.
Double
oh god!
There. 2 villagers down.
Oh my god, that hurts so much.
He doesn't have the food, he doesn't have the vills now. And a Fire's luring in the rest of the Jaguars. Don't kill it with the TC, man. No! No! Stop it.
I guess he doesn't even care at this point.
He is fun.
He doesn't want the food, he just wants him out of there. 4 men-at-arms coming forward from Stark. That really hurts losing those 2 villagers. I'm sure they had, like, a full food complement, too. I see an expired deer there. Yeah. So with Goths, that's like 45, 50, whatever Goths carry food each.
Yep.
That he lost.
Yeah, that hurts him.
Bad.
And now, I don't think his scouts his men-at-arms will be able to do so too much. They're slow, and they can be walled out. In fact, if Fire goes for another... I guess he's not going to wall these out. They can go by.
I don't think Fire's expecting this many men-at-arms.
That's true.
I think... And there's 2 more at Stark's base as well. He's still producing them. He's got 2 more queued up.
Huh. 3 now.
Like...
Yeah.
And he's got 4 in Fire's base, too. Like, at what point do you start getting the armor and stuff?
Well,
and the attack?
Pretty soon, I imagine. Fire can only house wall. And he's actually done a nice job to house wall both of his
wood. A lot of wood.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a lot of wood.
And it slows down your counter to those man-at-arms, which would be the archer ranges and then the archers, right?
Yep. And it is Wallow Kingdom, so the buildings have less armor, right? So man-at-arms will get through faster. And yeah, he's forced to bring back his scout. His scouts.
Yeah. And more houses on the gold. He just basically walled his new villagers going to gold out with those houses. He's trying to add a few archers to counter this. I'd still say Fire, unless Stark sends in all of his units now, I'd still say Fire is in a nice position, but you can see Stark is going to regroup. He's going to have a spear and then 7 total man-at-arms.
Yeah, you can't fight this. And look, Fire's gonna go try and wall. No, Stark, don't leave. Don't leave.
Yeah, he's coming. He's waiting here. He's waiting here for this villager. Just don't say anything. He'll never know. Nice.
That's something MBL always does when he's about to lame with his scout. He does like shh, 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 as if they'll hear him.
Yeah. Don't let him hear me.
Here come the men-at-arms. There's a lot. Those take down houses quite quickly.
They do, and it's going to force an engagement from Fire, because he can't build another house behind there, correct? He either has to repair that, or he has to fight this, and he's gone for the repair. And more man-at-arms coming in for Stark. Where's the defense upgrade for Stark? He's going for a blacksmith
he's building
now.
a blacksmith, and once he does that, the skirmishers, even with, like, the skirmishers are going to do nothing to the man-at-arms.
Dude,
and even the archers will have trouble.
This kind of reminds me of someone going with one stable scouts with the eco he has at home and the balance.
Yeah.
Just one stable scouts to Castle Age, except it's actually man-at-arms. He's going to go into longswords potentially. Wow.
Okay, good little base there from Fire at the back with the lumber camp. If Stark got in there, that would have been really, really bad. And now the armor upgrade is coming in. He could probably just push all these range units back and start wandering around Fire's base and trying to pick villagers.
I think that Stark is going to click up to Castle after this villager. Is Dave too loud, guys? What's going on? I'm not sure. I'll look at the chat later. But he's going to click Castle before Fire, like well ahead of Fire. Now would be the time to push in a little bit, I think, because of the lack of archers Fire has. Dave, too loud, sound is fine. Since Dave is it. Okay. I think we're fine, Dave.
Alright, good.
Well,
he's trying to get in the house.
Archers.
Ah!
I guess the trouble is these units are pretty slow. So, and now they're walled in, and Fire's done a good job of defending. Stark's just going to run around. He's on his way to Castle now. He's going to add, knights. Okay, he's adding 2 stables back at his base.
And look at what Fire's doing on the right side. Coming around with those scouts.
Ooh, smart move.
Dark still has spearmen at his base, but like, oh no, he's got 4 spearmen. He should be fine.
Yeah, and he
but
also
Fire
has
might
the
find
upgrades.
a pick.
Yeah.
Might find 1 pick. I don't know, about 2.
It's just about distracting at this point, and Fire's just trying to whittle down these men-at-arms here.
Couple weak dudes on the farms.
Where to go, and unfortunately for Stark, I mean, it was a good distraction, but these guys are too slow to do anything. I mean, Fire's had the time to mass the archers, so these have pretty much been a waste.
I don't think they've been a waste, man. He's still running around his base. Like, he's still pushing him back. Remember, he lost 2 villagers to those stupid wolves.
Yep.
So, like, and he's going to be faster to Castle Age because Fire had to build so many houses and react to this and go into archers and whatnot. I think it was a good move from Stark.
I think the fact that it bought him all this map control and time is the best thing about it. Unfortunately, he didn't trade too well. He has 2 kills and 10 deaths at the moment. But he's going to get squires, probably run around some more, and keep doing what he's doing. Now,
don't go in that hole! Dude.
Fire didn't see the stables that Stark has, so he might be expecting, because of all the man-at-arms, that there's going to be longswords coming. But I doubt he expects the knight move. But soon Fire's going to be full wall, to be completely honest. Okay, now Fire using his scouts. He does see the knights coming. Bloodlines +1/+1 on these knights for Stark. Will Fire have the time? He has 2 of his own stables. And I think he will have the time.
He's going forward with those skirmishers. Or maybe he's just trying to cut off the man-at-arms. But I don't know what skirmishers are going to do in this matchup. I guess he just wants to go harass and be annoying with them.
Yeah, most likely. He probably expects that they will die. Is he going to go pikeman now? It seems like he's going to go pikeman. I mean, he might still add knights, but he's definitely going to upgrade crossbow and pikeman at this rate. Because he's got...
Well, he's getting the infantry armor. Yeah, and he doesn't have any on stone either, so he's not going for Huskarls.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty cool. We've seen full man-at-arms. We're going to see pikemen now. We've seen crossbows. Stark's still running around with these men-at-arms. I think Fire spots him, though, and they will die.
See what they're doing, though? Like, this whole archer army from Fire, instead of harassing Stark's base, is busy chasing these guys around. And he'll see that TC back there as well. It's a nice little piece of information.
He might just choose to fight this one now and kill a few vills if possible. Unfortunately, he is going to miss out on the vill picks, and the TC will go up for Fire. Man, Fire must be pretty good at Tetris, man, because everywhere there's a gap, he's filled it with some type of building. Seriously, this is such a beautiful base from him now. You know, there's only one open area, and he has an army there. It's going to be very hard for Stark to get in and to do damage. And considering you can't fill the gaps with the palisade walls or the stone walls, this has been a pretty impressive start from Fire. But saying that, Stark is on the offensive. He's on 2 town centers himself. 3
Third
town
one
centers
going up now.
Going up now, yeah. So, I can only imagine this is going to go to Imp, because neither player is doing a lot of significant damage to each other. Both players seem to have their bases fortified quite well. If this goes to Imp, Stark needs to be careful how many knights he creates. If he creates too many, it's not going to be of great use to him in a Goth's War.
At the moment, you just need enough military to keep the other person in their base. Start thinking about collecting the relics. And go to stone. And both players have gone to stone already. So, I mean, the end game, the win condition for Goths is to have a better eco and more production buildings, right? At the end of the day.
Right now, Stark has more eco, but he has the less effective form of military. Knights can be nice in this situation if there's spots that you can raid, and it's not going to be too doable for him to raid at the moment. Roach, thank you for the $8.44. Thank you, Willis, for gifting for us the sub. Magnetox, thank you for the $10. Let's see, how long have we been streaming? Yes, I will be on in 13 hours, so I'll see you then.
Willis, my boy! You did it! I like Willis. I don't want to be a Willis's Wooder, though. I will pass on that.
No, we talked a little bit about that. That's gonna be a good clickbait YouTube title, I'm guessing. Willis's
the monks
Wooder.
from Stark. Interesting. I hope he's not converting the crossbows. I hope he switches to the knights here.
I think the big reason he went for these monks is to heal his knights, honestly, and just camp the hill. That's the interesting thing about this engagement. Yeah, and to get the relics. I mean, this map's pretty cool because there's defender's advantage on the right-hand side, but there's no defender's advantage on the left-hand side. So, Stark definitely being pushed back here by this army composition from Fire, but still I think he should be able to defend from this.
And the skirmishers coming in. Let's go. Maybe they'll take a villager down to half health. You never know.
I hope they run into those Jaguars in the corner.
Ooh, armor upgrade from Stark here.
I kind of feel like he has to do that because he can't invest in the pikeman himself now. He can't mirror Fire, so I think he needs to do that.
Also, watchtower on that stone. I'm not sure.
Weird.
I feel like a siege workshop might have been better than that, you know. At which he has one already, but like I feel like you don't need to waste the stone on that. But he's an expert player, so he knows better than me.
I know that's the thing, we say an expert player is doing something weird, but yet we're not as good as them, so it's tough.
Scorpion hype.
The one thing I question is why he didn't go for conversions earlier with these monks. He could have already tried to convert these knights and just pushed Fire away. Fire wouldn't have stayed here. So maybe he's trying to bait Fire to come in. I don't know. But Fire hasn't invested a lot into military production here on the front. Most of it is defensive now. And he's just worried about his eco. Still 7 vills behind. But it's arguable he probably has the best economy because he hasn't had the idle time that Stark has had.
See how good these skirms were? You see what Stark sends to counter all of those skirms?
One night.
One night. Derp. Okay, Fire's building a castle. Where is he making it? Where is he making it? On the gold. That's smart. That's a good location.
Yep. Then he can build a second mining camp for efficiency there.
Yep.
If we're talking about late game, and that's definitely what we're going to get, Fire will now have 3 golds accessible to him in his back corner. Elsewhere, it's important to scout the gold in the right corner. There's a 4 tile there. one in the south corner. There's a 4 tile there, and one on the left corner. So that and the relics will be important. The middle of the map, not really that important, to be honest with you, because players don't have to fight there. They could fight on the sides of the bases.
Well, when the MBL versus Winchester game, when it went late game, we saw the focus kind of shift at different points. Like, they'd be pushing on the sides, and then all of a sudden they started pushing in the middle because they couldn't go on the sides anymore, you know?
Yep.
So, like, the middle isn't useless. It's just not important until very late in the game.
Imperial Age for Fire now, as Stark is about to click up himself. I think Fire's in a better position because he has the castle up, can research Anarchy if he wants to go Huskarls, can research Perfusion if he just wants faster creation speed for his infantry units, and is adding the barracks. Well, there's no castle yet for Stark. He's on his way to Imp, but he might be slower to production. We'll see. At the same time, I was just going to say that Stark does have access to this gold in the back corner, so that'll help him out if he sees it.
He's making an outpost there. That's smart. Outposts are smart, kids. I think, Stark also has knights going into Fire's base right now. I think Stark is in a worse position because he doesn't have a market anymore. And watch, it'll come to bite him in the ass. Expert
commentary. He doesn't have a market to balance his eco.
Man, you got it. You need it, man. Oh, he's gonna lose these scorpions too. Convert the knights, bruh.
I can only guess that Fire didn't see the monks because he didn't focus them down. He has the skirmishers there too. Little bit sloppy for Stark. He certainly doesn't want to take an engagement now because of the pikemen here for Fire, and he doesn't want to make any more knights.
He's losing his knights on the front side in Fire's base too. That's not good.
I just wonder if those knights were even important.
What is that knight doing? Look, it's attacking up the hill! In Fire's base!
What is that? What?
Bracer for the knight! What?
That's crazy, bracer for the knight. Pretty sure he had Yeoman as well, man. That was some sick rage. Oh my gosh.
I've seen some shit now. God damn.
At this point, Fire's probably like, what don't I know about Goths? What do I... He's pulling up the text tree. He's like, what is that? Oh, that's so good. So good. Thanks, HD. Man, there's a castle on the left for Stark, so he will be able to control that side. And Halberdier first for Fire, because he's scared of the potential Cavalier. But that is not going to be the case. Stark will be going two-handed swordsman and into champion.
Yeah, maybe hand cannon later, too.
Yeah.
Usually the composition, like bomber cannon, hand cannon, champion, halb, Huskarl mix kind of thing.
And here's the Huskarls from Fire. He might regret investing into Huskarls now that he sees his opponents going for longswords. This would be the time to fight with his crossbows, to try and get some good trades versus the longswords before the two-handed swordsman. And I actually think this is pretty good for Fire that he's been able to take this fight right now. No better time for it, right before those upgrades came in.
The thing about Huskarls is, like, you don't even really need to invest in them. You just make a few, right? Like, because the non-elites are almost as good as the elites.
Yep.
And, like... Oh my god, that's hilarious. Stark trapped his units into that little area where the barracks were.
He was trying to get out.
Delete a house.
Yeah, first he tried to wall it off, and then he realized, okay, I should probably fight that. Now the Huskarls are trapped in.
They're a good raiding unit, though. Because, like, you can't garrison in the TCs. Doesn't do much damage to them.
Yep.
So, like, look at what they're doing right now. They're just distracting this whole army
multiple sides
from Stark.
The problem is the Stark is waiting in the choke points at the moment. So if Fire can't do a ton of damage, he might be able to pick off a few vills, but he's still wasting some resources in my eyes. It's 120 vills for Stark, 30 military for both, incredibly close, 1 castle for both, and no relics just yet, and no one has really branched out to those extra golds.
Yeah, I want to see the relics get collected pretty soon, and I also want to see Stark try and go to that gold on the bottom side and just get wooed to hell by those Jaguars that are just sitting there.
Dave. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, oh, I always do. Don't worry about it. I got your back.
So with Arson available now in Warlord Kingdoms, these houses are going to die really fast to champions, right?
Yeah.
I don't think, even though this has been walled up to this point, chat, I don't think the walls will offer too much if you're losing a fight.
They're just passing each other right by. Stark with the champion upgrade, and there he sees it now. Okay. Fire can't take this fight if Stark brings his whole army.
Well, so far it's actually been slightly better for Fire, right? Because he took the engagement for champion and it was better engagement. Also, he's just been quick long behind here with buildings, but he's going to lose those buildings, so he will need to fight this. And Stark getting perfusion first. I don't believe Fire got perfusion, right? So his reinforcements are going to be slower, and it's 60 military for Stark. Unreal. 35 for Fire. So much spam now for Stark.
Fire's just straight behind here. As soon as he gets champion, he might be able to clear this up, but
yeah,
there's a lot of pressure coming down from Stark on those buildings. Like, the buildings die so fast against these champions.
Yeah, it's a good move to balance it like that, I think. Like, at this stage, players shouldn't be able to wall off with houses and buildings, and Fire has failed in doing so. And the champions are going to just try and raid his eco. Fire's on the back foot now.
Look at the spam coming across. Oh my god.
It's crazy.
Look at the red coming across the map. Let's go.
Just streaming into Fire's base. And there is stark contrast if you look at Stark's production and Fire's production. Dude, Stark is in Fire's base on both sides with more units. It's insane right now.
Yeah. And he doesn't even want to take fights with Fire's army. He knows he can produce his army fast enough to take a fight if he needs to. He's just going to kill as many villagers as he can at the moment.
Yeah.
He's doing it right now.
Yeah, and this gives him time to branch out to those golds. It gives him time to get guilds as well. 100 villagers for Fire. He's taking huge losses on the woodline that he had walled off previously. And his eco, he has 103 vills and 60 vills are idle. He's in a tough position now.
Yeah. If he can stabilize, then it could be okay, but the problem is, even if he stabilizes, Stark has the eco to match his army numbers.
Yeah.
So it's not like losing all that army in Fire's base is really going to hurt him. He's even going after the castle on the left side with just champions. He knows he can do it.
I think he's going to be able to kill that.
Yeah, I mean, if he takes it down, that's really big for him. I don't know if he'll be able to kill it now.
Dude, there's so much spam. This is so impressive. We have champions running up the gut, champions running to the left. Fire's going to address what's on the left, but then the champions are going to arrive up the middle. It's so hard to be this good.
Castle's going to die.
It's going to die. Get champions. Who needs siege when you can make champions? It is worth noting that both players have the same upgrades and full upgrades on their units. Stark has so many in the middle now. This is awesome.
Oh man, he's making some trebs too from home, so he's gonna bring those up and maybe try and take out that castle on the forward hill from Fire as well.
He also sees the gold on the left-hand side where he's building some more production buildings, so he can take that. We missed the Jaguar, dude. The Jaguar bodies are actually
blocking it,
blocking those villagers.
Yes. They did not die in vain.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Revenge
Idle
of the
villagers
Jaguar.
for Stark because he killed the Jaguars. Should have built a TC there.
Oh, but there is a T90 Woo, though, on the right-hand side where he tried to make an outpost. Right near Fire's, on the very right-hand side, there's one red dot. Anyway, he's into Fire's base.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. There's champions in his base. And still a huge military lead for Stark. Good map control for Stark. Pop limit is 200 on this, but with GOTS, it allows you to get to 210. Even more units out on the map. And dude, at this rate, Stark's coming on the left once again. I just don't think Fire can handle the raiding. There's just so many raids right now.
He's got gold left too, and like, he could just keep this production up forever. He's got 1k gold, even with all of his barracks queued up with champions.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It seems like it's just a matter of time till Fire runs out of food to create champions. Not even the gold, but just the food.
He's buying food at the moment.
Yeah, he's buying it. It's so tough for him. And look at the TC on the right-hand side, losing more villagers once again to just a few trailing units. So now the woodline.
Tribs are hitting the castle at the front.
Oh, yeah. I think Stark has this one. Incredible game from Stark. Champions everywhere you look in Fire's base. Fire is down to 160 population versus the 210 max. And really not a lot of late game map control that Fire can hold on to. Like sometimes if you have extra golds or if you have the relics, you're thinking, okay, I just need to hold, but he's not really holding anything except that one relic at the moment, and that's not going to be enough.
This was every kid's wet dream when they played Goss as a kid.
Yep.
And we're seeing it right now. We're seeing it. The spam is unreal.
And there's the GG. Wow, incredible game 2. We got to see Jaguar build order. We got to see people collecting food from Jaguars intentionally.
12 man-at-arms.
Yeah, we got to see 12 man-at-arms in Feudal Age, just bypassing the archery range altogether. We got to see the Knight with Bracer. We got to see the champion spam. That was a great Goths matchup right there.
Yep, that was really well played from st4rk. I feel like if you're walled off like that, and Fire only went, what, 3 TCs with a really late 4th, and st4rk opted for the slower Imperial with a bigger boom. Like, if you're Goss, that gives you such an advantage over your opponent, getting that extra, like, 15 to 20 villagers eco.
Yep, I have to agree. And also, you got to consider, I mean, look at the KD, though. It's so close. You have to consider that Fire invested into crossbows, which didn't do much, and he invested into pikemen, which really didn't play a part either. I mean, maybe it kept him safe.
He got help, too.
Yeah, and he got
right away. That's a good point. 600 gold. Yeah, that's 600 gold. That's a lot.
Yeah, maybe that was a mistake of Fire's as well. Because he definitely didn't have the spam that st4rk had. Excuse me, guys. There's the eco difference. st4rk with a lot more food, a lot more wood, and a little bit more gold. Yeah, what a game 2. We're going to see game 3 in a moment.
Good job, chat. Goths on Jaguar pit. That was fun. Good job.
And game 3 is...